Oh dear. It's like my holy grail product now. I love looking like a Barbie doll. Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video is going to be very different for me. I'm actually thinking of starting my makeup series on my channel. So I might upload a makeup / beauty style video once a month, I'm thinking. We'll see how regularly I get to film them. So today's video I'll be doing a full face of Sculpted by Aimee. However, this is not sponsored. I just thought it would be really helpful to show you a bit more about the brand. I honestly do really like the brand. I'll also be doing a kind of wear test on the product. So after about 6 and 10 hours, maybe 6, 8, 10 hours, I'll show you what the makeup is looking like and show you how it wears. So yeah, I'm really excited to get into it, and please let me know if you would like more videos like this on my channel. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so now we're all up close and personal. You can really see the kind of texture of my skin. So I have kind of combination skin. It's mainly oily, but I do have some dry patches. Before I start the video, I'm just going to put on some of Sculpted by Aimee's Hydra Lip Balm. It does have some colour in it, but I'm just going to do it to moisturise my lips before we get into the video. Super hydrating, and it's just got that little bit of tint. So I've got 2 primers here to show you. This is the oil control primer. So as I mentioned, I've got oily skin, so I was excited to use this, so I think I'm going to try that out today. But this is the one that I have been using. This is the Beauty Base Protect Mini, and this is kind of like a moisturising primer, and it's got a high SPF content in there. It's got like SPF 50, which is really good. So I think what I'm going to do is to mix it up a bit. I might do half and half on my face. So on this side I'm going to just put the Protect, and this side I'm going to put the Oil Control, and on the wear test then we should be able to see whether the Oil Control works or not. So let's give that a go. So starting out with the Beauty Base Protect, I think this retails for £23, and I got it for like £16 in the Black Friday sale. But yeah, as you can see, it's super glowy, and it really does just sink into the skin, which I really like in a primer. So going in with the Oil Control on this side, I'm just going to use 1 pump. And I do have a blemish, quite a large blemish on this side of my face. I really like that. It still sinks in quite nice, and it's not like, I don't know, like it's not greasy or anything, but it's still quite hydrating, so that's quite nice. So yeah, that's the primers done. So this is supposed to combat shine and excess oil, so we will see that in the wear test. So Oil Control and normal SPF side. I would say that this side is slightly less shiny. This side definitely has more of a glow. All up close and personal, feels really strange. But yeah. Okay, so I actually have a brush set from Sculpted by Aimee as well. This is their like travel brush set, and it comes with this gorgeous little pink case. I am definitely a sucker for really pretty pink packaging. So I absolutely had to get this when I saw it. I thought it'd be really good for on-the-go makeup because it just has everything in here that you need. As you can see, I've already used some of the brushes. So you've got like a little spoolie and the eyebrow one here. Got some eyeshadow brushes, and they're all double-ended. And then like your normal kind of face powdery brushes. So I'm going to be using these throughout the whole of the video. So starting off with my eyebrows, I'll be using the Bare Basics Eyes and Face palette. So this is the Bare Basics palette in the shade Nude 01. She has a couple of different ones depending on how deep your skin tone is. And this is what you get inside. You've got the bronze, set, blush, highlight, and then these are 3 kind of eyeshadow shades. But if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that I literally just do my eyebrows with eyeshadow because I'm simple and I'm really bad at eyebrows, and eyeshadow is the easiest way to do it. So I'm just going to get this little brow liner and duo brush and do my eyebrows with it. This palette retails for, I think it's £32. I managed to pick it up for under £20 in the Black Friday sale, which is obviously really good. I actually find that this dark brown here is a like perfect match for my eyebrows, so that's even better for me. So I think they're roughly similar. I really like this little brush. So then I'm going to go in with my foundation, and this is the Satin Silk Longwear Foundation. I have all three of Sculpted by Aimee's products, and this is supposed to be the most heavy concealer. It's supposed to be full coverage, and it's supposed to last all day. I also have her Second Skin and her Tint and Glow, which are the lighter weight foundations, but being as I'm going to be filming other videos today, I thought I'd go in with the full coverage one. So yeah, let's give this a go. I'm going to be wearing the shade 3, light 3, and this works perfectly for when I'm tanned. The foundation comes with a little pump, which I really like, which means that I can, if I can get any out, it means that I can really control the amount of product that I'm using, and only use one pump and see how far that goes. So I'm just going to be using a beauty blender. I mean, you can use a brush if you want, but I always find that a beauty blender gives the best finish. Yeah, it's quite dark, isn't it? Maybe we'll be able to fix it with concealer and powder. Okay, I know I look crazy, but I don't put foundation under my eyes. This shade is definitely a little bit too dark for me just now. But for a full coverage foundation, it's still really nice and dewy, but it's super dewy. If I come in close, it's set really nicely on my skin. You can still see this blemish right here, but this is quite a big blemish, so I'm definitely going to have to put some concealer on there. But I think overall it's looking quite nice, just a little bit dark, but hopefully the powder will fix that. So for concealer, I'll also be using her Satin Silk Longwear Concealer just to match the base. I also have the Brighten Up Concealer that I'll be using in a different part of my face, but I'm going to put this under my eyes. This retails for £16, and it's got like a doe foot applicator. It's quite a large one, and it picks up quite a bit of product, so I don't think I'm going to need that much. I'm just going to put a little bit on the under my eye, and that's it. And blend that all around my eye. There's a lot that picks up a lot of product. So we'll see how it blends in with the foundation. I have it on in the shade beige, by the way, which is slightly lighter than the foundation, but I kind of like my under eye concealer to be a little bit lighter than the foundation, like one shade if that. And it's blending really nicely anyway. Definitely looks, it's definitely covering my under eye bags. Looks really flawless. I like how it's still dewy, like it doesn't feel like I've got makeup on my skin. It feels like skincare products. Honestly, it's not like really heavy or anything at all for a medium to full coverage foundation. I actually think that it's quite full coverage actually, considering, like, you know, that blemish was huge, so we'll see. But I've also got here the Complete Cover Up Concealer in the shade 3 Light, and this is supposed to be a really full coverage concealer for covering up stuff like blemishes. So I'm just gonna take my Sculpted by Aimee foundation and concealer duo brush and dip it in to the concealer here. It might be applied better with a finger, to be honest, but I've got nails on, and then I'm just gonna put it just on this blemish just to see if it helps in any way. I think that's worked pretty well, but I think I do need to put my fingers in it to get the best coverage. Oh yeah, that's better. So if I come up close, this is what the base is looking like. Super dewy, super flawless. I think it looks amazing. To be honest, I've got some blemishes here that I probably need to cover up as well. Next, I'm going to use the Brighten Up Concealer in the shade Ivory, just in the middle of my face, just to kind of lighten up my face a little bit. This is what, the doe foot is a lot thinner on this. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, the doe foot is a lot thinner on this, which is nice, especially if you're kind of doing any type of nose contour or anything. Just put a little bit on my face like that, just to brighten it up. And then, as always, kind of, I might actually use the concealer brush and see how it works. Oh my god, that's blended flawlessly, like really easy. It would help if I didn't have a dog hair on my nose though. Yeah, I like it with the brush. I think I prefer using a beauty blender just because I'm used to it. But the brush did a pretty good job. Still looking really nice. So yeah. Okay, now for bronzer, I'm going to be using the Cream Luxe Bronze, and how beautiful is that packaging? It's kind of like a gold colour. I've got fingerprints all over it. And as you can see, I have used this already. I've been using it all over the weekend, and it's like my holy grail product now. It's really, really creamy and really, really easy to blend. So I actually just go in with my finger and put it on my face, quite high up. And I have this in the shade light medium, and it seems to be a pretty good shade for when I'm tanned. But I also think that this will be really nice as well when I'm pale, because it's quite an easy buildable product. And I just put this all around my forehead. This retails for £16, so really quite a good price. I think all of her products are quite a good price. They're not drugstore. I wouldn't say that they're drugstore prices, but oh Jesus. Oh no. Hopefully that blends out. I think it will. Yeah, they're not drugstore prices, but they're pretty darn good, I think. And then I'm just going to use that same brush that I was using earlier, the Foundation Concealer Duo brush, and blend it out using the bigger end. The foundation brush. Oh my god, my hair. And with cream blush, you definitely want to blend upwards. But that's blended pretty seamlessly on the cheek there. There we go. I'm super happy with that. I love that product so much. I've been using it all the time. And then for blush, I'm going to go in with the Cream Luxe blush. I've used this as well. I love these products. They're super creamy, but they're not sticky. So this is in the colour Pink Supreme. Yeah, let's go for it. I think I'm going to use my Real Techniques brush for this, so let me get that. Yeah, so this is the Real Techniques brush that I'm going to be using to blend it out. I do the same kind of technique where I just grab a bit on my finger, rub it in. Again, the packaging's really pretty. And then I just apply it kind of all over my cheek. This is like very, it's not, it's kind of like a rosy glow. It's very buildable and creamy, easy to blend, not tacky. Just looks like your skin but better. And I'm going to do the little, I don't know if this is going to be way too much, it probably is, but we can fix it with foundation and a beauty blender, if not. But look at that. Such a pretty colour, and look how dewy my skin looks, and yet it looks flawless, like absolutely flawless, like flawless finish. I'm curious to see how this one like fades over the day though, this foundation and stuff fades over the day, because I find that dewy products don't usually last as long on me, even though I love them so much. So now I'm just going to go in with the Velvet Veil Invisible Pressed Setting Powder. I wish that I'd have got the big powder, but I didn't see it before I placed the order. So I'm just going to apply this with, I think this is a blush brush to be honest, but who cares? Again, I'm going to be using this mirror because I didn't bring the mirror down with me. By the way, do you like me filming in front of my really pink, pretty Christmas tree? I thought it was quite fitting because all of Aimee's products are pink and girly. That has really worked. That's completely blurred my under eyes. I really like that. I like this powder, but it's definitely, it's not a thick kind of mattifying setting powder. If you're into that, you're not gonna like this. It's literally quite a lightweight powder, but I quite like it, especially if I've got quite a dewy base. I want to keep it dewy. So for bronze and blush, I'm going to go in with the same Bare Basics palette, and I'm just going to use these two shades. I'm going to be using this blush and bronze duo brush, this for the bronze and this smaller end for the brush, and I'm just going to dip it in. But this bronze is the perfect shade for me. It's not too warm, and it just really defines the kind of angles of my face without being too severe. I really like the colour. I think this palette has to be one of my favourite products in my makeup collection. It's just so easy to use. And then I'm going to just dip into this blush here and go all out, because blush seems to be my favourite product at the moment. So yeah, that is the base done. I'm really happy with it. It looks super glowy and yet super flawless, so we'll see how long it wears for. But yeah, I think that it just looks like my skin but better. I don't feel like I've got any foundation on or anything. It's not heavy on the skin or anything, which I really like in a foundation product. And my under eyes look so much better as well. I've not been sleeping great lately, so that's not the best, but it's definitely covered my eye bags. So I'm just going to take this bronze shade with the Buff and Blend Duo brush, and with the blend end I'm just going to get the bronze shade and take it in my crease and down the sides of my nose, just for an extra kind of sculpted look. Sculpted. Then I'm just going to take the little blend blush, and I'm going to go in with this eye shade here, the lightest one. It's got a little bit of a sheen. It's got a little bit of a sheen, which is quite nice, and I'm just going to put that in the inner corner. Such a nice kind of shimmer. It's not too glittery and it's not too in your face. Really, really pretty. And then with the blend end again, I'm going to take this eye shade in the middle. It's kind of like the bronze shade, just a little bit darker. And I'm going to attempt to do a kind of wing, not wing, but the concentration. Guys, I'm crap at doing my eyeshadow. I need to watch more videos and attempt to do it better. That doesn't look too bad. Oh, look at me. What do the beauty bloggers do when they do their little, like, I don't know. It looks quite pretty though. And then I'm going to take this little, oh, this would have been better for the eyeshadow. Shade and Define brush, oh well. I'm going to take this tiny little brush here, I think this is the Define brush, and I'm going to take the highlight shade. It's kind of a similar colour to the eyeshadow shade, but slightly more champagne. This is slightly pinky, and I'm just going to put it right in the corner of my eye here. Darker brown shade that I used, and pop it under my eye here. And then put the lighter eye shade under the front bit of my eye. yeah, I really like that. And then finally I'm just going to put a little bit of that highlight on my cheeks here. I'm using that foundation concealer brush again. I seem to not really care what brushes are for, and I just use the ones that are closest to me for the products, which is probably why I don't use brushes that often. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go and pop on my lashes, and then I'm going to do the lips with you. So I've just popped my lashes on. These are the Ardell Be Naked lashes, and they're ones that I've been really liking lately. They're super natural. Just means I don't have to put mascara on, because I am absolutely prone to getting eye mascara smudging underneath my eyes, which is not ideal, and I've never been able to find a way to deal with that. So lashes are my only option, in my opinion. So for lips, I'm going to go and finish the look off with this lip duo, which is a lip liner and lipstick in the shade Naked. And the lip liner is supposed to be feather free, easy application, and no smudging. And the lipstick part is supposed to be super creamy and hydrating. So I have this in the shade Naked, which is kind of like a pinky shade. I'm not going to talk whilst I do this because I'll absolutely fail at it. So that liner is super creamy, it's so easy to draw on. I'm just going to put it on the rest of my lips just to kind of put a base down. I love that colour, it's so pink. It is really quite pink, but don't know, I just love a pink lipstick. I love looking like a Barbie doll. But the liner is slightly darker than the lipstick, which is just this end here. So super creamy, and it's also kind of more nude than the lip liner. So makes it super wearable actually, and it's not as pink anymore. That looks more natural, I think, and kind of less in your face. Yeah, it's super nice. All of these products are so like skin-like. They feel like really moisturising and healthy on the skin. So that is the complete makeup look. Let me take these out for you. Oh my gosh, maybe I should have just left them in. My hair looks dreadful. So this is the complete makeup look. As you can see, super glowy, super natural, like it just looks like my skin but better. I don't feel like I've got heavy foundation on or anything like that. Feels super comfortable to wear, and yeah, I really like the products, but I will test the wearability of them, like how if they fade throughout the day and stuff, so I'll update you on that. So currently it is 12:35, so I'll update you in around 5 to 6 hours time to see whether this has faded or anything. But if I get super up close and personal, the powder's really matted out my kind of texture but it's like still dewy. But I'm really happy with that. Obviously this is the one with the oil control primer, and this is the normal Protect Base Mini, so we'll see if there's any difference at the end as well. So I'm going to get on with my day and I'll speak to you in a bit. Okay, so I thought I'd just show you the makeup in natural light. I'm here at the window. The lighting's not great because it's really dull outside. And please excuse if I've got anything in my teeth, I've just had a bagel. But here is the makeup close-up. As you can see, it's super dewy still, tan skin with the flush cheeks and the matching kind of lip and the really kind of easy kind of shimmer eye. I think that's really nice, but as you can see, the powder has not kind of like accentuated my pores or anything. Forehead's looking great. Yeah, I mean, this is 2 hours later, and I was going to do a close-up of the makeup as soon as I had put it on, but I got hungry. So yeah, for 2 hours later, this is looking great. I'm still looking really nice and glowy, but not too oily. And yeah, I'll see you in a few hours. So guys, it is now 4:30. So we are at 4 hours, I think, since I did my makeup. It is still looking absolutely flawless. I really like a dewy makeup look, so this is looking super shiny right now because it is pitch black outside, so I've got really harsh lighting on me. So I'm really sorry, but it's so hard to show you in kind of natural-ish light. So in terms of oiliness, I'm kind of getting a little tiny bit oily around my nose. And towards the sides of the cheeks. I think this was the oil control side and this was the protect side, and I can see a bit of a difference. It's hard to show on camera, but this side is definitely more glowy. Not like really obviously more glowy, but it's definitely got a little bit more glow than the oil-free side. My puppy is just drinking my tea, so I'm really sorry if you can hear that in the background. What I'm really impressed with is the makeup doesn't seem to have broken up on my face at all. It's still all in place, just a little bit dewy, and I haven't powdered or had setting spray or anything, and it still looks really good. So 4 hours is quite good, to be honest. And here is the lips as well. I haven't topped them up, and I've ate and everything and drank cup of tea and stuff, and it's still on quite nice. Still feels really hydrating. The makeup still doesn't feel like I've got like a huge load of makeup on my face or anything. Considering it's a full coverage foundation, it's really nice. It just feels like I've got moisturiser on my face. It honestly doesn't feel heavy at all or anything, and usually by now at 4:30 I'm usually like aching to take my makeup off at the end of the day, but I'm quite happy with this. Might even go out for dinner later and just top up the powder a bit, and I think it'd still be fine. So yeah, I'm really impressed with it. For my next check-in at around 6 hours, I'll try and show you in a bit better light, but honestly guys, there's not much I can do when everywhere is pitch black. Hello everyone, we are now at 6 hours of nearly 7 hours of wearing the makeup. I haven't touched up any powder or anything, so this is just 7 hours of wearing the makeup on its own with no touch-ups and no refreshing or anything. And I usually would touch up powder, usually around lunchtime and a couple of times during the day, depending on how long I'm wearing my makeup for. But yeah, I'm looking a little bit oily. There's not much difference from the 4 hour update, to be honest. I'm not looking like an oil slick, which is a really good thing, to be honest. I have wore foundations where I literally have looked like an oil slick at the end of the day, like the foundation has completely come off and everything. But this is completely still in place. There is no breaking away of the foundation, as in like it's not rubbing off or anything anywhere. As you can see, everything is still completely intact, and that's without an eyeshadow primer as well. That's just with the powder and concealer. It's not even breaking away on my nose. It's not breaking away on my chin or anything. It's all still in place, just a little bit oily. I would say, I don't know if you're going to be able to tell on camera, but I would say that the SPF side has a tiny little bit more glow than the oil control side, more noticeably around like my nose area. It's hard to tell because the light's coming from kind of this side, but yeah, it's you know, it's just a little bit on my nose here and a little bit on my chin where I'm getting the oil, but it just kind of looks like a dewy makeup look still. I don't think that it's that oily. It's just kind of dewy, but if you prefer a really matte foundation look, I don't think this is going to be the foundation for you, or it could be with some really mattifying powder, but this is definitely a full coverage kind of dewy foundation, which I really like. I think it makes the skin look really youthful and healthy. Sometimes I find matte foundations just kind of really settle into all the fine lines, and it just I don't know, I don't think it makes the skin look that nice. But it has completely lasted. Even the contour and blush, it's still defined my face. So those were both cream products as well, with the bronzer on top. But yeah, I'm really, really impressed with this makeup. I think definitely I would need a touch up of powder during the day, maybe once, but I'm just super impressed. And even the lipstick, I haven't topped up the lipstick at all or anything, and I've ate and I've drank cups of tea and things, and it's still there. So I'm super, super impressed. I will definitely be buying this again. And what's good about it as well, it's not high end. It's a little bit more expensive than drugstore, all of this makeup. This is really good for everyday makeup, I think. The other foundations that are more lightweight, they're great for kind of summer days or no makeup days, but I would definitely wear this as an everyday foundation for work. I think that it just has a really good wearability, and it's just a nice coverage without looking too much and too glam for the office, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I'm really impressed, but let me know what you think. I really, really hope that you enjoyed the video, and let me know if you would like to see more videos like this. As I mentioned, I really want to start a new makeup series because I've been loving trying new makeup at the moment. But yeah, please subscribe as well if you haven't already. It would mean the absolute world to me. But other than that, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.